So we're starting with George Tzanetakis, Professor of Computer Science, along with Shawn, grad student. Then we have Dan Godlovich, who's now a postdoctoral student here. Then we have Thor Kell, who is an undergraduate. And then I'm doing a piece with all these drums, you'll see. And then Mike Dean, who's also an undergraduate. Duncan MacConnell, who is an undergraduate. And Stephen Ness, who is a graduate student. So that's the order. There are 7 pieces. So take it away, George. So anything?
Say something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a duet piece with a combination of relatively unusual combination of instruments, both of which are more primitive or traditional folk instruments. So it's Lakembe from Zaire, and this flute is Kaval from northern Greece, also played a lot in Bulgaria and other areas in the Balkans. And basically the piece has all the sounds that you hear are mostly processed sounds from the instruments themselves. There's not pre-recorded samples, it's all live sound. And also there is gesture sensing technology that allows us to detect certain patterns and repeat them and so forth. So I think that's all I want to say about it.
I'm Daniel Godlovich. I have perhaps the strangest background here. As Andy said, I'm a postdoc in applied math with Environment Canada. But I came to the department through my interest in modular synthesis. And I'm going to be doing a piece on this modular synthesizer, which I built over the last year and a bit. And in terms of the imagery that I wanted to, that sort of got me thinking about how I do the piece, it's the right time of year for these huge flocks of starlings coming to roost in the evenings, and they fly in these great ribbons across the sky, forming these structures that have this sort of large-scale pattern, but a lot of small activity and detail within them. So that is something like what I'm trying to do.
So my name's Thor, and this piece is a little improvisation called Open Oceans, and it's about repetition and waves and things like that. And I just need to get sound going and I'll play it for you. And I'm running off of two Nintendo DS. I'm using commercial technology, it's very embarrassing. Or I'm repurposing it, depending on how counterculture you want to be. Okay, that's enough for the other guy.
next piece I'm playing, my name is Schloss, and I'm a professor here in the School of Music. So just while we're setting up, say a few words about the apparatus. So I'm playing robotically these drums with an apparatus that was made by Ajay Kapoor, who studied here, got his PhD here, and now is teaching at Cal Arts, specializing in sort of robotic music. And so we have the actuators that play all these drums. And I'm controlling them from this instrument, which is sort of a descendant of the theremin, invented by Leon Theremin almost 100 years ago, using capacitance. And so you might wonder, why don't I just hit the drum? I mean, I could reach over and hit it. Why use this crazy apparatus? Well, there are various reasons for it. One of them is that you can spread the instruments out in space, which of course I can't reach them all. That's one reason. There are quite a few reasons. Another reason is that I can change the sound after the sound happens. You'll see that, I should tell you that all the sounds you're going to hear are coming from the drums. Some of it is acoustic, most of it is acoustic, but some of them have microphones on them, and I can actually modify the sound of the instrument after it sounds by moving in 3 dimensions, because this instrument is a 3-dimensional drum. So I can hit the sound like that, but I can also change the sound after it happens. So let's just do a quick sound check. And I'll play my test patch for a second. Because it's done by machine, you can do crazy things like this. Most humans can't do that, especially over that distance. Anyway, okay.
Did you test the DSP real quick?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is called NotomotoN Variations because the instrument is called NotomotoN. Originally, all the beaters were on that drum over there, and we just started experimenting by taking the beaters off and hitting other things. And you can, of course, hit anything you want, and you'll hear a little later, Duncan is going to hit other kinds of percussion instruments. So here we go. Thank you. Next up is Mike. Mike, can you be on the clarity? I just turned it on.
You're using the,
Sorry. Yeah, sure.
Alright, so my name's Mike. I'm an undergraduate here at UVic, and my piece today is going to concentrate on using electronic instruments and computers to help control them, but in a way that the computer isn't needed to play. For me, it's really important to be able to perform in a way that you have full control over the sounds again, and I found sometimes with electronic music and computer music, you end up adjusting a lot of knobs. So today I'm focusing on being able to put all the control in my hands so that I'm performing the piece. That's important to me. So I think it's interesting to explore the interaction between the traditional analog synthesizers, so this is a Moog synthesizer, and one of the first, or an instrument based on one of the first electronic instruments. Like Andrew said earlier, the radio drum is based on the theremin. So I'm exploring the relationship between two of the first electronic instruments, or widely used electronic instruments, I guess you could say. So my piece is called Two, and so we have pairs. I have pairs here. There's two of these, two sticks, and that's about it. So.
So we have a little bit of setup to do, but hopefully it won't take very long. Automatically, we're going to unplug that part and plug in our instruments like the radio drum and other unusual instruments and play his installation. So keep your eye out for Trimpin's work in the spring, because that's something really unusual. He goes to film festivals a lot and goes to art galleries, but he doesn't do things like he's doing here that often, where he's actually around for several days or weeks working on a project. So it'll be great. So how's it going over there?
Yeah, I think as long as
Great.
did that go right to left?
I did do that
1,
again.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, perfect.
Your right to your left, yes.
Thor, the details guy.
South north, maybe? I don't know where it is.
All right. Yeah, I'm in tune. Are you in tune?
Duncan, mine says you put that actuator might not float down below.
Stephen Ness, and I'm also part of the MISTIC research group. And so a lot of what we've seen tonight is these awesome robots and new control scenarios. So in kind of our engineering department, we build the robots, and in the music department, we're using these control scenarios. But what I'm also interested in studying is looking at sound and trying to understand sound with computers. So here in this performance, I'm going to bring in some of that elements of my research, so studying orca song, studying chats around the world, bringing that in with some new control scenarios, and then also with my partner, Leo Lorenzulo, she actually has created this giant puppet, and we've integrated these together. So we're taking these kind of two worlds together, the worlds of giant puppets and the worlds of my music, and bringing those together. And so what we'll see is I have a couple ways of controlling the sound. We have a accelerometer that's attached to the arm here, and when we turn it on, then we can move this and get the sounds of leaves.
Do you want us to make more space for you? Do you want to do that? Do you need more space even, or are you okay?
Yeah, maybe a little more space in these lovely is we have other control scenarios. So that's an accelerometer, which is like the Wiimote you just kind of moved around. And the other one is here where we have these lights, and then we have a Wiimote down here. It won't fall down too much. And the exactly. The Wiimote over there, we're hacking the infrared sensor on the front of the Wiimote to detect where these lights are, and then turning those lights. So we've, in order to make the sounds, we made a self-organized map of all of the music from all my research. So we have research from the Quran chants and Torah chants and bird song and orca research. And I put those all into a big self-organized map, which is a advanced machine learning technique for displaying data, high-dimensional data in 2 dimensions. So that's like just what you kind of, you'll kind of be seeing us kind of exploring that sonic space of all my research. And we'll just get in the plus now.
Stephen, do you need anything on the board?
No, we got it all. Yeah, I got this belt in Miami at the recent Izmir conference. The Society for Information, the International Symposium for Music Information Retrieval. So that's where we're studying all this stuff, and also
Miami, eh?
in Miami, yeah. I got the T-shirts. And this giant puppet's a 2-person thing, so I'll be controlling the hands here. Yes. And Leona will wear the backpack for a look at the puppet. Could someone And another inspiration is that with all the stuff happening with fall around and all the raking of leaves, it's kind of our meditation on raking leaves and finding the things.
actually good, thank you, Jim. Okay, just like that. Woo-hoo. Move your hand, put you there. No? Okay. We got some other things. Keep it away from there.
Okay, so I think we're ready. Oh,